Let's begin with the poll that we ran a couple of days ago during the race, where we asked whether or not we should get rid of Friday practice. We got quite a few responses to this, and it ran 50-50, yes and no, for some time. So the question was specifically, do you think F1 should get rid of free practice on Fridays? Obviously, we lost both sessions because of the washout, and it threw up a few surprises because of it. Teams weren't quite as prepared. Shane, what do you think about this? Should we get rid of free practice on Fridays?
I quite like the idea of getting rid of free practice on Fridays. I think we'll get a more definite answer going forward into the next couple of weekends, because I know Imola, obviously, we're getting rid of free practice on Friday, and we're only having one 90-minute session on a Saturday, but that's for logistical reasons. But for the race itself, I think we should get rid of free practice on a Friday. Clearly, it's plausible. The teams ran a 60-minute session on the Saturday and then went straight into qualifying, and we had an interesting qualifying and a pretty good race. I think if we had ran, a good 2 hours of racing, or a good 2 hours practice session on the Friday, would have made the race a little bit more predictable for the teams. Strategies would have been a little bit more ironed out, and tyre performances would have been ironed out. So you would have been able to see what was going on from a mile off, as from fans and from the race team. So I don't think there's anything wrong with getting rid of practice on a Friday. I think it's quite good. Anytime it's happened before, it seems to have given us a decent race.
Yeah, on paper, it seems like a good idea, doesn't it? Because it gets rid of a lot of the data gathering that can make the races more predictable, like you say, because they have more ironed out strategies. It keeps the costs down. That's something that we're obviously trying to do with the sport. The final result of the poll itself was no, we shouldn't get rid of free practice on Fridays, but only by 52.9% to 47.1%. So it was pretty close. 34 votes in total. It is actually still ongoing. So if you want to have a look, you can go to our Twitter at RacePerMinute and give a vote. I think there's still a little bit of time left to vote, possibly a couple of days. I'm not sure exactly. But at the moment, it is standing at no. I think I can only assume that's because people just want to see the cars on track more. Obviously, some people, if their car didn't do so well, they might have wanted to make sure that they were ready for the results. But
I guess
on paper, it seems like an exciting option to get rid of it.
I guess it gives fans a chance to go see Formula One cars on a Friday, which is actually significantly cheaper than on a Saturday or Sunday. So maybe if F1 drove down the costs of attending a race, then that maybe wouldn't be as impact. But certainly, it's a lot cheaper when I've looked at Silverstone to go on a Friday for a whole day compared to a Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, interesting concept. So yeah, should we get rid of Friday practice? Let us know what you think.